We enable the fundamental elements of OSPF really with just two commands. We initiate the protocol with the router command, and then we use the network command to turn the protocol on for interfaces, and we also assign them to areas. Let's focus on turning the routing protocol on first. So if I were to go to two different routers, I'll do R1 and R3. I'm going to get them peered to one another. Make sure that I can share communication. I need you to first understand that the process ID is locally significant. It does not have to match, but if you do change your process ID, you're making your life a lot harder. So I'm going to do the following. I'm going to set up OSPF between R1 and R2. Just going to set up a neighbor relationship in area 0. It's a mismatched process ID. Will they form an adjacency? The answer is yes. They will form an adjacency. How do we know? Well, we know because the process ID is locally significant. It is locally significant to these routers. It is not shared in the hello packets. And so if I confirm this, do a show IP OSPF neighbor, we can see that right now we are in the two-way state. Give it a little bit more time to complete the convergence process. And there we go. We have a full adjacency at this point. That was actually really interesting. I wasn't expecting to catch it in the two-way state, but we are now at the full state. Nevertheless, we've got a potential issue on our hands. And that issue is now I've got multiple OSPF process IDs. So if I'm being casual, I might do something like this, and then maybe I'll configure my network command between R3 and R4. This is something I could easily do, and something that I would imagine you could do as well. Now what's going on? I've got two OSPF process IDs. This is a problem now because they are different routing domains on R3. R3 would terminate multiple different routing domains. This is not good. It would be essentially two different autonomous systems. Don't be creative with the OSPF process ID. I like a process ID of 1. So I'm going to remove the offending OSPF process ID so I don't have that issue. I'm actually going to start over on this router as well, and we'll remove OSPF process 1. Don't be creative with the OSPF process. We can have multiple OSPF processes running on a single router, but this is something we would expect a service provider to do and not an enterprise environment.